Bledsoe Creek State Park. My name is Ranger Smith. We are actually in the Visitor Center today. So today we're going to be talking about a very special animal and what they eat. So the animal I'm actually talking about today is a snake. Can anyone guess what a snake might eat? So I would say maybe a mouse, possibly, or frogs, or mealworms. Snakes can actually eat a bunch of different things. It just depends on where they live. So the snakes that are here typically like to eat mice. So why is it important that we have snakes to eat mice? Well, the reason that's important is because what do mice like to do? They like to get inside our houses, they can chew on our electronics, they can eat our food. So if we have snakes that live close to us or in and around us, they can eat the mice, and it actually takes care of the mouse problem. Mice are also kind of gross, so sometimes they will leave poop and stuff everywhere, and they can also cause diseases. So snakes are very important in keeping diseases down as well. So how do you think a snake would eat a mouse? So how do we eat? So I have a snack here that I would eat, that I like. So everybody knows what this is. This is a Pop-Tart, and I love Pop-Tarts. So I have another snack here, but I don't usually like to eat these snacks. So can anyone guess what this is? This is what snakes like to eat. These are their snacks. So when we eat, what do we use, boys and girls? We use our teeth, right? And we chew. So we just eat like this. So when a snake eats a mouse, do you think they use their teeth? They actually don't use their teeth. They actually swallow the mouse whole. So now what I want everybody to do is everyone take their hands and make a ball. Make a big ball. Now everyone open your mouth as big as you can and see if you can get your mouth around your arms, your imaginary giant beach ball. Can you get it over it? So this is what a snake does in comparison to eating. So it'd be like me putting a watermelon in front of you and you having to eat it whole without chewing. So now what we're going to do is I actually have a friend with me today. So this, boys and girls, is Mr. Slithers, and he is one of our friends at the park, one of our snake ambassadors, and he is a corn snake, and he is very, very important to our environment because he is one of these snakes that likes to eat the mice, right? And as we discussed before, that helps to keep diseases down, and it helps to keep property from getting damaged. So what we're going to do today is we're going to feed Mr. Slithers. Now, can everyone see the size of Mr. Slithers' head? Look at Mr. Slithers' head right there. See, it looks kind of small, right? See, kind of teeny tiny head, right? So look at this mouse right here. Do you guys see how big the mouse is in comparison to Mr. Slithers' head? Do you think he can actually swallow this? We're about to find out, okay? Are you guys ready? So what I'm going to do, this is Mr. Slithers' travel home right here. Now, we're going to take our mouse. Now, boys and girls, if you see a snake out in the wild, I just want to remind you guys that we don't try and feed them. We don't try and pick them up. Mr. Slithers is used to human contact. So always remember to respect your snake friends out in the wild. So what we're going to do is we're going to take his mouse, put this corner here. All right, Mr. Slithers. Let's see. If you guys are hearing this right now, that's actually a warning. Mr. Slithers is kind of upset. He's a little bit scared right now. So Mr. Slithers is a constrictor, so what he's doing right now is he is actually squeezing the mouse. Sometimes Mr. Slithers has to actually use his teeth. Since he has no hands, he actually uses his teeth to move his mouse around so he can actually get his mouth around it a little bit better. And right now, since Mr. Slithers has a lot of company, if you look, he's kind of protecting his food. So if you guys are noticing right now, how his mouth and his jaw has opened up and gotten a lot bigger. So what we initially saw is his small head, and look how big it's getting right now. And if you noticed, Mr. Slithers started at the mouse's head. That animals do that for a reason, because sometimes when they catch them, they don't always kill them at first. So if they start at their head, they make sure that they're not getting bit or hurt while they're trying to eat the animal. And as he's swallowing it, boys and girls, make sure you watch as it travels down through his body and into his stomach, because his stomach is going to have to be working really hard since it swallowed it whole. So after Mr. Slithers gets done eating his mouse, guess what he gets to do? He gets to go to sleep. And he will sleep for a very, very long time until his mouse has actually digested. So for any of you who like to eat spaghetti, I always like to tell people that when Mr. Slithers gets down to the mousie's tail, it looks like he's sucking in a big old spaghetti noodle. So the next time you're eating spaghetti, you can think about Mr. Slithers and his little mouse tail. So as you've just seen, Mr. Slithers had his lunch. What did you guys think about that? That's pretty cool. That's not something that a lot of people get to see. But the reason I show you this is to show you that snakes are a very, very important part of our world. And we need them here. So the next time you're out in the park or out beside your house and you see a snake, make sure to be respectful of the snake and make sure that you do what you can to protect them, because we need to keep them around to keep our world and our environment clean, healthy, and safe. Thank you guys.